Please, before attempting any of these projects, if you are under 18 years old, please get adult supervision, as some of the tools and materials needed can cause harm. Thank you. My name is Ryan Earl. I am an amateur filmmaker and the co-founder of an independent film group known as Blue Steel Cinema. I have spent hours of my spare time learning of new ways and techniques to create accurate replicas from things such as movies, television shows, and video games. Now, I will share these with you. Step by step, I can show the viewers how to create their very own props and costume pieces using simple materials and a low budget. This is Craftsmanship. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Craftsmanship, where you, the viewers, can learn how to create your very own costume pieces and props for a low cost and out of materials that you could find in your very own home. Now, since this is the first episode of our series, we thought we would start off with a very simple project, one that's easy to build and it comes out looking great in its final product. And, as an added bonus, it's in commemoration of probably one of the most exciting movies of the 2015 year, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Hollywood has brought together many of our favorite Marvel characters, and with each one comes all sorts of ordinances and gadgets that are used to protect the world from evil, such as Captain America's shield, Iron Man's suit, Spider-Man's web shooters. But today, we are going to make probably one of the most iconic pieces of Marvel's universe. We're gonna build the mighty Thunder God's hammer Mjolnir. Or was it Mjolnish? I know, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, that's right, Mjolnir. Right, let's get to building, but first let's take a look at our list. To start with, a piece of high-density foam, an 1¼ inch cross piece of PVC pipe, some crafting foam, a hot glue gun, some white and silver spray paints, a pair of scissors, and lastly, a strip of nylon. To begin with, take a tape measure and measure about 16 inches of length for the handle on the PVC pipe. Once you've got it marked, use an electric saw to cut it. I used a miter saw so as not to leave any jagged edges. Afterwards, take the silver spray paint and evenly paint the handle, but allow about 3 hours for this to dry, otherwise you risk the paint being able to smear off. Next, take the foam block that you have and measure about 8¼ inches long. This is at the length that the hammerhead will need to be. After you have that measured, use the same electric saw and cut it carefully so as not to ruin the block. Once you have the hammerhead cut, find a drill bit that is the same width of the pipe that you're going to use and drill about 1 inch down at the center of the block. This will make it so that when the handle goes in, it has no room to wiggle. Then, take the crafting foam and trace all sides of the block on the foam. Cut the foam chunks out and glue them onto the hammerhead. Remember to cut the hole for the bottom of the handle on the bottom foam piece. Using the hot glue, however, carefully spread the glue along the edges of the foam rather than the center, and put them on their designated spots. Afterwards, trace the ends of the hammer onto a piece of cardboard. Once you've got that drawn, make this template onto the cardboard piece so as to make the end of the hammer. Once you have it drawn, cut out the outer edges of the template and then trace them onto a foam piece. Once you've got the foam piece drawn, cut it out and glue each piece of the template onto its designated foam chunk. Use the center square piece from the template and trace it onto some foam. And then start gluing the squares onto the hammerhead end. Then start gluing the side chunks to the edge of the hammerhead. Use the center square piece from the template and trace it onto some foam. Start gluing the squares onto the hammerhead end. measure the center of the block again. After you've got it, use a soda can or possibly a spray paint lid, and then trace the circle onto a piece of thick foam. Cut that out, and then glue it to the center of the block. Then, take the hammer and then paint it with the white spray paint. However, remember to make sure you at least wait 3 hours for the paint to dry. While you wait for the hammerhead paint to dry, take out the brown crafting foam and measure out 3 strips that are out a ½ inch wide. Cut them out, and then glue the strips onto the handle in a coil fashion. Once you have the handle wrapped, measure a foam strip with a width of 1½ inches and cut it out. And then, create a cap for the end of the handle so that you don't see the interior of the pipe. Take those 2 pieces and paint them silver to get a metallic finish. While you are waiting for the paint to dry, get out your nylon and cut out a strip of 12 inches. Then trace the strip twice on the brown crafting foam. Cut out the pieces and then glue each one to a side of the nylon. Then glue the strap to the inside of the pipe. Then, get your cap and your foam strip and glue them to the handle. And now, for the last piece, make sure to paint the hammerhead silver. Give it a couple of coats of silver so as to have the perfect metallic finish. After it's dry, glue the end of the handle and carefully place it inside the hammerhead. After the glue is done, you have your hammer. And there you have it. We hope you guys were able to make your very own hammer and that you had a fun time working on this project. We hope also that you'll be tuning in for even more of our projects that we will have in the future. And if you would like, in the comments section below, please put down your very own ideas for costumes or props that you would like to see us build. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.